Hi there, it's Sunday the 25th of May 2014. My name's Andy Rowe, this is trendfollower.co.uk, and I'm going to tell you about the trades that I've got up and running and how they're getting on.
So this is a trade that closed out on me for a loss this week. This is the ETFS wheat, which I bought on the assumption that it would rise. It had risen up through the 50 MA and has now dropped down through the 50 MA and hit its stop. So the trade closed for a loss, and well, that's a real shame. So but that's the way that trading goes. You have to take these losses. Sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. This time it didn't, and well, we'll see what happens to wheat over the next few weeks. It may rise again and may stimulate a buy, but trade closed and cost me some money, so end of the road. So here is my open spread betting portfolio, and the order in which I'm going to talk through these trades is really done in how they're performing. So although that's not strictly true, it's done by their percentage price change over the past 2 weeks. So the first one that has increased most over the past 2 weeks is City Natural Resources High Yield Trust. Now you'll know that if you've been following my blog that I opened this last week, and I probably opened it slightly prematurely because the price hadn't really gone up through the 50 MA at the end of the week. It went up during the week but then dropped back again, and then the following week it went up and fell back down. So the price isn't above the 50 MA at all. So so we're showing a bit of a loss on this trade, but I still like the shape of the graph. You can see if I open it out that the price was really coming from quite a low here. So the price has dropped right down, and as long as things go up in the right direction, this is going to be a good place to come from. But yeah, you can never tell how things are going to go. If it drops right down, then I'm out of the trade. But we'll see how it goes. Next one, SAB Miller. This has done well. Its price came up through the 50 MA here, and this is where I bought, and so this trade's in profit and doing nicely. So the SAB Miller is a beverages company, a brewer, and brewers are doing quite well at the moment. They're a defensive stock, really, because people are getting twitchy about how stocks are doing, and so some of the more racy stocks are being shoveled off, and things like utilities and beverages are doing quite well, and so it's quite a good thing that I bought SAB Miller because it's doing quite well. So good on you guys. Now Aluminium. This was doing so badly. Again, I bought this prematurely. I thought the price was going up through the MA. I bought it here, I think, on the assumption that it was going to keep going up. So again, a bit premature, and the price fell back down again. I think pretty much about half an hour after I bought it, the price started to fall, and that's what happened over the next few weeks. But in the past week, the price has risen. So who knows? Maybe this was the low down here, and maybe we'll see that the price of aluminium will rise, and I will do stunningly well. But the converse may be true, of course. Real D has risen this week, but you know, it's faffing around. It's being a bit dull, really, but it's rising. So you know, we hang in there. You know, my stop is down here, so it's on the up. That's a good thing. As are industrial metals, I'm glad to say. The price of industrial metals came up through the 50 MA somewhere here, and that triggered a buy, and you know, ziggy-zaggy, up and down, ebb and flow. That's the nature of trading, so one just has to be patient. And this week the price increased, you know, not by a lot, but by a bit. Now, those of you who are interested in how candles look might be interested in this candle, because the low part of the candle, the handle, is at the bottom, and you can see how the lower part of the candle is long. The upper part of the candle, the tail above it, is very short, and some people say that indicates that the price is going to rise. Now, if we go back here, you can see how we've got a candle with a long tail at the top, and that sometimes can indicate that the price is going to fall, which indeed it did there. Again, a long tail here suggesting a rise. So those of you that like to look at individual candles and make trades according to that, you know, fair enough. We're getting conflicting opinions here. Last week it was a candle that looked like it was going to go down. This week, however, it's gone up with a long tail. So I'm hoping that looking at candles in this way makes me feel happy, because it looks like it's going the way that I want. So a little bit of candle magic for you. CenturyLink, this is the American internet provider, fell, but it hasn't done much, so no excitement this week. Now the Nikkei, so Japanese stocks generally, really just sort of hovering around, really. The price fell down here. This is where I sold, opening a new position, selling, going short, and the price has been ziggy-zagging around, and so yeah, this week it's gone against me, but it's still below the average for the year, so I'm happy enough. Now, sector household goods and home construction. If you've been listening to my blog earlier on, you'll know that I noticed a few weeks ago that the price of house builders was dropping, and I wanted to go short some house builders, but my spread betting platform wouldn't allow me to short anything other than the daily trade, which I'm not interested in doing because of the costs of rolling over the trades. So I shorted their household goods and home construction index, and I did it somewhere around here, I think, and so the price hasn't changed significantly, really. So the trade shows a loss at the moment, but it's not going badly against me, so we'll just hang in there and see what happens. Now, sugar is a trade that I went long on here, and the price went down and up and down and up, and it's just been faffing around. At the moment it's down. There seems to be a bit of a floor here, so I'm not going to move my stop, and I hope that what will happen is that the price of sugar will rise, but of course it might not do, and the stop may get triggered. At the moment it's showing quite a loss, this trade, so not good, but yeah, that's trading, eh? Now, Aerospace and Defense, I went short on this somewhere around here, and it hasn't changed much, so that's just a short position, so nothing really to report. International Tower Hill Mines, I keep going on about the curve here, and how I love this. This I see is just falling away, flattening out and coming up, but of course the problem was that it came up and then fell back down again, and at the moment the price hasn't changed massively, so this week the candle is very flat, hasn't hardly moved at all. It's closed a little bit higher than last week, which I see as a good thing. If this takes off, I should be very happy about this trade. Now the US dollar was doing very well, but this week fell badly down, and I think this trade is showing a loss at the moment. I think I'm using the parabolic stop and reverse as my stop, so if it does the same again this next week as it did last week, I'm out of here. So what's this space? We'll see. Brazil has fallen down a bit this week, but it's above the MA. I like that, but ups and downs. Anglo American has gone up a little bit. It went quite badly down actually earlier in the week, but then actually finished the week higher than it had started. And again, alluding to the comments I made earlier about how candles are formed, the candle for this week has a long lower tail, which may be a good thing. That may suggest that the price is going to rise up. You can see this candle back here had a high tail at the top, often suggesting that the price had risen during the week and fell down again. That continued over the next few weeks, and then this candle, a longer tail on the bottom bit, not much different really, went up, and again a candle pushing down. This candle pushed down, this candle's pushing up. Yeah, does it matter what candles look like? Not really. I don't make trades based on what candles look like, but I always think it's kind of interesting to just talk about candles and see how it's going. This might suggest that Anglo American is going to rise next week, but we'll see. Now coffee. You've been listening to me go on about the coffee trade and how it's been a roller coaster ride. This last week has been down. Again, we've got a tail on the down. Now, yeah, going back to candles and tails, look at this one. So this candle has a very, very long tail, hardly any body. What happened the next week? It gapped up. Ba-dum. So that's interesting. And looking at the couple of weeks previously, the candle beforehand had a very high tail at the top, and what happened the following week? It crashed down. So so candles are kind of interesting, but yeah. So this is neat. This suggests to me that the price is going to rise next week, but I don't know. My stop's kind of down here, so I'm still in the trade, and if I open up the graph of coffee, it's come down from such a high. It's got a long way to go. I mean, I want to stay in this trade because over the next few months, this could really fly, but it could bomb. So we'll see. Now, ITV, this was another short trade that I did a week ago. It fell right down through the 50 MA a week ago, and I went short. What happened? It's risen again. Well, that's the way it goes. My stop's up here, so plenty of room. But this has been rising, falling. Is this significant? Not really. You can see that there are rising weeks. Of course there are. It's like the tides. You have waves that come in, you have waves that go out, but it's the tides that matter. This is a rising tide. I hope this is a falling tide, but I'm not going to worry about the waves. It's the tide that matters. So we'll see how that goes. Peabody Energy Corporation. Now I'm in a little bit of a dilemma with this one because we've got a low here, a low here. We've got another low here. This one isn't lower than the lower low back in July of last year, but the price came up through the 50 MA. I bought it hoping this is going to be a great buy, but this last week it's bombed, and so it's in the black, and it's fallen below the 50 MA. So the question I have for myself is, do I close the trade? The trade was triggered by going up through the 50 MA. Is the trade just no longer valid? My low is down here. Am I just going to hang in there and hope that even if the price drops down, it's going to go back up again, or am I going to just take the loss and make sure I don't lose any more money in case it goes down below the low here? That's a really tough call, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do here. I haven't decided, so you'll probably find out in the next week. I think I'm probably going to let it run. That's my gut feeling at the moment, because I hate to stop trades running and go against the system. But I feel bad about this. This is a big bad candle, and that's hit me. But we'll see how it goes.
So there was one trade that didn't go my way, but that's the nature of this type of trading. Some of the trades just don't work out, and as long as I've set my stop loss and I'm happy to take the hits on those trades, the idea is that the other trades will do well for me. And what I hope will happen is that the trends will continue to develop and go in the way that I think they're going to go, and that's the fun of trend trading. So bye for now.